Hey everybody, happy Thursday. We are going for a gold. So I have been talking to so many people, as I mentioned yesterday. I've been doing a lot of eyeshadow color matching for various eye colors, and I would say a huge percentage of the people that I've been working with have those really pretty light green, bright blue, kind of teal in between eyes. And so we have been talking, I've been doing a lot of talking one-on-one about oranges and why they're so beautiful and so such an awesome option for those green, basically bright blue into the green. So where it's like those teal kind of colors. Anybody can wear orange, don't get me wrong, but those are the eyes that they come alive with these color tones. So a lot of the feedback are people are so scared of orange, and orange is one of my favorites. So I thought I'd jump on here today, incorporate this into my lookbook, and just sort of show you what I do. So today's look, although we're doing orange, and that seems a little overwhelming, is a super easy, really pretty, any day, all day, every day look. So it's not overwhelming. It's really, really pretty. It's really light and dusty, and honestly, it's one of my absolute favorites. So let's break it down. So these are our colors. We've got Optimistic, which is our metallic ivory. We've got Timid, which is a yellow undertone neutral, and this is a matte. Then we've got Witty, which is a brand new color, and this is a satin. So it looks more like a matte, but it has a little bit of a shimmery component to it. And then we've got Fanatical, which is our bright metallic gold. This is true gold with the orangey undertones, not the kind of greenish undertones. So there's two different types of golds. So this is our true orangey gold. So a couple things to note: when you're putting together a palette, you want to make sure that you mix finishes. So today we've got 2 metallics, 1 satin, 1 matte. This is going to give you a well-rounded look. It's going to make your blending job so much easier, and it just creates that really pretty dimension. So on our actual eyelid, you'll notice we don't have tons of colors. We've really only got 2 colors, and then we're using Optimistic as our highlight, which is right under our brow and in the corner of our eye, and we're actually only using Fanatical on our bottom waterline. So right under here, just adding that little pop of gold, nothing major, nothing crazy, and then we're using our 2 our 1 matte and our 1 satin on the actual eyelid for the color. So like I said, it's really simple, it's really fun, and I think that it's striking if you've got those blue to kind of blue-green hazel eyes. All right, let's jump right in. So the first thing that you're going to need is an eye primer. And when you jump on, say hi so I can chat with you. Hey, Katie. Did you see I kind of went in and stole your look from yesterday? Not this look, yesterday's look. Okay, you want to make sure that you just tap that all over the lid, and make sure that you get it to the outer corner too, because that is where the bulk of our color for today is going to be, and the rest is going to be super faded and super dusty. So let me know if you're interested in orange, or if you're afraid of orange, or if you love orange. I can't believe how many people don't own orange. I've got too much orange. All right, so we're going to go in with the blending brush, a super big fluffy brush like this, and we're going to go in with Timid, which is that matte color. Get a good amount, and then we're going to pat that all over our eyelid. So this is going to do 2 things. It's going to, A, it's going to set the primer for us, and B, it's going to prep our eyelid for this color scheme. So once you kind of tap it all over and set the primer, then I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to windshield wiper it into the crease and then onto that lid. So what this is going to do is later on, when the look is finished, this is going to help our blending game be very, very strong. So it's super neutral. It's not that visible. It's a little yellower than my skin tone, so you can definitely still see it, but it's not the focal point, but it is going to just kind of help later when we put that orangey color to just sort of diffuse the orange and also blend it out, like I said. So you definitely want to make sure that your entire crease is fully covered. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more right in here on that inner corner and just kind of tap that in so that that part of my eyelid stays the brightest. And so that it also gets covered. Sometimes when you're just focusing on the crease, the eyelid doesn't really, it gets a little neglected. All right, now keeping the exact same brush, we're going to dip it now into Witty. I almost said Lively, that's our other orange color. Just a little bit. So you want to start small for this because we don't want to overpower it. I can tend to have a heavy hand. To help correct that, hold the brush further down like this, that you're going to have less power and strength, and then just slowly and in little circular motions just sort of start buffing this in to that outer corner crease area. So it's okay, it's going to go a little bit above the crease. Hey Madison, I see you checking out my earrings. I'm going to try to come over and steal from my stash. Okay, so the first thing that I do is before I even start to carry this color inward into that inner corner, I just really want to build that up. So I'm just sort of slowly emptying the brush, if you will, and then I'm going to go back in, re-dip, tap off the excess, and sort of just do the same thing. So sometimes I like to tap it in there just to really place it. I have a hollow part, you can sort of see right here, where my natural eyelid kind of curves, the curve of that ends, and then my brow bone curves in a different direction, and this little spot tends to not want to allow powder or shadow to get into it. So you can tap that in to just sort of place it, and then the little circular motions is going to help just sort of really thoroughly blend that while keeping it darker. And then once you start to move over into the windshield wiper strokes like this, that's actually helping pull the color from one side to the other and get it blended. This look, at least over here on this eye, is a little one-sided, and it's that way on purpose. So you'll see that I'm keeping the bulk of the orange right on this outer like kind of area here, and then by the time it fades in, it just fades it basically completely away. So you just do that with a lot of blending. So once you feel like you've got a good amount of the orange, I actually have been going, well, on my other eye, I went in with this, and then on with a little bit more of that Timid, and then just blended those two together right over in here. So this is sort of like a creamsicle color. Orange creamsicle. Yum. My God, do you guys remember those push pops? They were orange creamsicle push pops. Hey Tasha! Is the satin orange Witty? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then I always just suggest just sort of like moving back, tilting your face, just making sure that it's, because sometimes when you're looking straight on, you're like, yes, this looks awesome. And then you turn and you're like, no, my goodness, it extends down or too far out. So just make sure when you're blending that you're taking a step back and really evaluating the overall look. Because what you don't want to have happen is you rock up to work and everyone else is going to see those little things, whether you do or not. So you want those to be covered. And then I'm just going to dip back into Timid and just sort of, again, kind of go back in and erase anything that got too high up here. You've missed both times with your toddler. I know the toddler. I've got, well, I don't know if they're still considered toddlers, if they're 5 and 4, but I understand either way. All right, so now let's go in with the crease brush. Looks like this. Some people call it a pencil brush. And let's go in with Witty. And then I'm going to actually just tap just a little bit of Timid as well. And we're going to rub this underneath on the lower lash line. Madison? What? I don't know if I'm reading this correctly. Okay, so I sort of, once I blend out that under lash line, lower lash line, my goodness, it needs to be Friday. Well, what's the point of Thursday? Thursday's just like the end of the week. My brain is shot. All right, and what you want to do is you want to continuously, like a continuous line is what I'm saying. So from the inner corner all the way where the lower line sort of comes back up and meets, you just sort of want that all to be one color. the other thing, I'm just going to tap a little bit into Witty, tap off the excess. This is just a tiny bit. And again, I'm just going to go real quick and just sort of darken up that one little area, my little problem area. And just bring that slightly down on my lash line. So you'll see today I didn't do any liner. I just wanted to keep this super bright, super everyday looking and easy. I feel like I've gone in a little heavy-handed, and that's fine, and I like that, and that's my own preference, but I understand that not everybody is going to, you know, want to wear that many colors or that dark of colors. So today I really wanted to go in and show you how something kind of wild, the wild card of this orange, can be super pretty and super subtle. So that's why we're just keeping it really light and pretty. All right, the next thing, we are going to take a liner. I'm taking the liner shader brush. You need a liner angled brush. So if you don't have one, this is a great option because you get both. And I am dipping it into Fanatical right here, okay? Getting a decent amount, and then I'm going to spray it with our setting spray. Kind of just let that setting spray sit down on all that product, and then I'm going to put it on the inner water rim. Don't be scared. Actually, powder is better if you have sensitive eyes than liner sometimes, because liner can sometimes sting or just kind of burn. This won't. So what you're going to want to do, don't judge my nails, but you're going to want to push your hand just slightly, push it here, and it'll cause the rim to sort of fold out, and then you can apply it better. And just tap it right there. I'm just going to re-dip so that it's really bright and bold. Add a little bit right there too. Okay, so what that does, especially for my blue to blue-green hazel eyes, which I was talking about to you earlier. See, already you can see that my eyes look blue. My eyes are green, blue, hazel, so they are more green than they are blue, but because they're hazel, they can kind of dip into that like teal color tone. And you can see right now, just putting orange around them is making them look a lot more blue-gray. They're wanting to look blue, and so it's pulling out the blue aspect. So for you, those of you that already have blue eyes, I'm telling you, your eyes are going to be electrified with colors like this. So when you're choosing your golds or even your browns, make sure that you're choosing the orangey undertones, right? So this is a gold anyone can wear and anyone should wear, but it definitely has the gold undertones as opposed to, let me see if I can find it, our newest gold right here. This is called Alive, and you can see a lot more olive and kind of greenish undertones when you compare them. They're both gold, right? One has got orange undertones and one has got green undertones. So these are just some of the things to think about when you're choosing your colors, because those are the colors that are going to look awesome for you and your eyes specifically. And you would be surprised how much just the right undertone can really make your eyes pop. So it's very, very fun and important. All right, the last thing that we're going to do, as far as eyeshadow goes, is we're going to go in with our crease brush one more. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to go in with our liner shader brush on the shader side. And we are going to get just a little bit more of that first color, Timid. Tap it, get a good amount. And then I'm going to just hit up and brighten that inner lid one more time. Just kind of reiterating that is going to be bright. And then I'm going to dip it down here into Optimistic. So you'll see this look, we didn't use a ton of our metallic colors, but we used just enough. And I'm going to highlight underneath that eyebrow. Just get it nice and bright. And then I'm going to also do the same thing on this inner eye. You can even kind of mix it down here on the lower corner and then a little bit up on the top. But again, keeping it mostly matte with just a little like pop of brightness. So in fact, I'm actually going to tap into the metallic as well as the matte and just sort of mix those right there. It just sort of mixes them for you. Let's go back and add a little bit of that over here too. Yeah. And then that is honestly it as far as eyeshadow. I think it's really pretty. Like, it's one of my favorites for sure. And I don't know if you saw just a second ago when I was showing you that other gold. We also have another orange called Lively, which is more in the coral kind of pink family. You could equally do this look with that. It's beautiful. I'm spilling over here like a hot mess. Okay, let's go on with our Epic mascara. So you want to curl your lashes. Don't know how you curl. You can curl your lashes anyway, but what I do is I sort of pinch initially right at the root, hold it, and then walk out my lash line all the way to the tips. And I feel like that gives me a much more natural looking curve as opposed to just like a kink right at the base. It will last longer too. And let's go in with this Epic. The reason, again, one of the perks of not wearing eyeliner is that your lashes will look amazingly long and full. So it's sort of this really basic eyeshadow look, right? But then it gives way to sort of be a really nice background for some amazing lashes. So if you've got great lashes or you want to have great lashes, this is a good little option. I actually tell this to my girls too who have naturally really short lashes. This is an awesome option for you because what it's going to do, it's going to give you that much more in the length department because it's not competing with the eyeliner line, which can sort of break up the length of your lash and make them look smaller and shorter. It can make them look more voluminous, which is sort of the point, but if you're going for length or the appearance of length, then you definitely want to nix the eyeliner or do more of a subtle eyeliner and use a powder and kind of blend that out. Okay. And it's alright if you get a little bit on your lid, just let it dry and then it'll basically just chip right off. And then let's add it to our lower lashes as well. I don't remember your makeup looking crazy, Madison. Okay. And see, now that we've got the black contrast on our lower lashes, you can really see that gold waterline just popping. So it's just like a subtle little effect that goes a long way. So it's not the attention grabber of this look, but it is really pretty. All right, so let's talk lips real quick. So in my little grab bag, this was the color that I was going to go for, right? This is Sublime. It's just a super neutral nude. But then I thought, let's just do bright red because I want to show you a little trick of how I dumb down the color, which I like those kind of tricks because then you can go for a darker lip color like a red to use it for the red, but then you can also kind of have this little trick in your back pocket to get multiple colors out of it. Whereas if you just go in with Sublime, right, you're going to get that nude, but that's kind of all you can do. It's not all you can do. There's other tricks for that too, but this is something that I like. So I'm going to use an angled liner brush, and I'm dipping in, and this is True Red. Let's see, what color is this? Stubborn. And I'm going to go on, and I'm going to apply it as if I was just going to wear regular red lipstick. Okay, such a pretty red. Now you could totally rock red with this. Probably not with gold earrings. Maybe. Just depends on what you're wearing. So I would totally use this. So this is why having an option like this is great. So you can totally rock just the color as is. But if we want to tone it down and kind of play up more on the orange corally side and not so much this red, all you need to do is add just a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to add it to the back of my hand. Just like this tiny little amount. Go in with the same exact brush. Kind of work it on the brush. And there you go. See, it's so much more of a coral. Oh, drop my palette. So much more of a coral, kind of got that pink. It's really, really pretty. Then if you want, you can always go in, depending on how you like to wear your liquid lipstick. I don't know. I'm going to just add Lucid, just kind of that frosty color. And that's going to bring out a little bit more pink. And there you go. So there's so many options with these liquid lipsticks. They come in 22 beautiful colors all by themselves, like I said, but then you can mix and match. So you could actually combine these two, you could combine other ones, and you just have so many options. I see a little line here. And so anyways, if you have been watching for the last month, you'll know that I've been promoting our Kudos because it's awesome. It's such a big savings, and I know you guys are going to want these products. And come April, you're going to be like, ah! When everything goes back to the normal price, you'll be kicking yourself if you don't jump on this sale right now. So what you get, and I dropped my palette, but what you get is a palette, a quad palette. So you get 4 colors, all of your own choice. We have 33 colors to choose from, so that's a lot of options. You get a liquid lipstick, which we just talked about, and you get the Epic Mascara, which is my absolute favorite mascara. So in that bundle, you save $31 if you buy that March Kudos bundle. So I definitely recommend, if you are in the market for eyeshadow, lipstick, or mascara, who's not in the market for those on a regular basis, definitely want to check that out. You can look at that at prettymeplease.com, click shop, click Kudos, and you can see all of your color options and color combo options. If you are going to do that and you want me to help you color match which eyeshadows are best for your eye color, just message me or comment on this and I will get with you privately and help you out with that. Alright guys, have a great Thursday and I will see you tomorrow for Friday. Bye guys.